Nick Guthman is on the line with us. He's a progressive organizer and co-founder of BlueFuture. You can tweet him at Nick Guthman, G-U-T-H-M-A-N, or at BlueFuture Now. The website, ourbluefuture.us. Nick, welcome to the program.
Thanks so much for having me, Tom. It's a pleasure to be on with you, and hello to all the audience.
There you go. Thank you. Tell us about your group and how you are working to get young progressives active into the polls. We're seeing just frighteningly low voter participation numbers among people under 35 broadly and under 25 in particular. I mean, in some places, 15% of the level of participation that you see among older generations. Some people think this is because, when during the Reagan administration, the guidelines for public school curriculum were altered by Bill Bennett, Reagan's Secretary of Education. Bill Bennett, 360, Sean. Bill Bennett, who famously had this to say back in the day. If I push the button there, it helps. No, maybe not. I guess it's not. It's not going to. Oh, here.
But I do know that it's true that if you wanted to reduce crime, you could, if that were your sole purpose, you could abort every black baby in this country and your crime rate would go down. That would be an impossible, ridiculous, and morally reprehensible thing to do. But your crime rate would go down. I
mean, this kind of idiot, another word comes to mind, but I can't say it on the radio. He's the guy who did away with civics as one of the standards. And so, since the 80s, many of our public schools just simply no longer teach civics. Is that why? I mean, what's going on here, and what are you doing to do something about it?
Yeah, it's a good question, and it is, rooted in a long ploy on the other side to limit participation of the people of this country. So what we're doing with BlueFuture, we're really excited about, is we've been raising money all year and made grants to about 27 students all over the country in some of the most competitive congressional districts. And we made a grant out to them to organize and mobilize their campus for the upcoming election. And so they're focused on two main things as part of our program. The first and most importantly, as you're mentioning, voter registration. And I'm really excited to report just this morning we got report back from all of our organizers across the country. And over the last month, we registered over 5,000 voters. And that, is just a small part of an overall narrative and picture that's been painted that this year in particular, more young people are voting. We need to get those numbers up and we need to do more. But we're excited to be a part of that.
That's
the second big thing that folks are focused on is recruiting people to volunteer for the campaigns. Because as you said, they're not getting this education about the importance of their vote, about the importance of community organizing, about the importance of getting out and talking to voters about what's important to them. They're not getting that sort of civics lesson in school. And so we're actually connecting them with some of the most progressive campaigns, some of the most competitive campaigns, and putting our students on the ground, giving them the resources and training they need to get out the vote, get out the word about these candidates who are running on a progressive agenda that will really restore some sanity to our politics, as our former president said.
That's great. And people can find out more information about this at ourbluefuture.us. Do I have that right?
Yep, that's correct, and certainly follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as well, where most of the young folks are these days.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable, everything that's going on, and we have to get these numbers up. If young people would vote at the same percentage as boomers all across the country, I don't think there'd be a Republican left in office. I really don't.
Yep. We totally agree.
Yeah.
We came out with a research report earlier this year highlighting about 13 different democracy reforms that we hope our candidates will spearhead when they get into the Congress.
Great. Nick, we're hitting the end of the hour here, but we'll get you back on to talk about that later on. Thank you, Nick.